Claude Lévi-Strauss argued that the vast diversity of human myths is generated by a specific underlying structural logic. This diagram illustrates his theory of structuralism. It shows how the brain categorizes the world into opposing binaries, mapping concepts like the raw versus the cooked along axes that separate nature from culture. Lévi-Strauss distilled this binary storytelling structure into a single algebraic equation, the canonical formula of myth. The variables A and B are the terms, the characters or actors. The variables X and Y are the functions, the actions or roles those characters perform. By identifying these variables, we can map the structural transformations that occur as a narrative progresses from a conflict to its resolution. We can see this in practice by looking at the left side of the equation, representing a story's primary conflict. If we map term A as a hero and function X as protecting, the first part translates to the hero protects. We then map the opposition. Term B is the dragon, and function Y is stealing. This gives us the dragon steals. The middle segment of the equation represents the narrative turning point. Here, the dragon, term B, assumes the function of protecting. The antagonist now guards the stolen prize, escalating the tension toward the climax. This sequence dictates how opposing forces collide, forcing the narrative toward its final inversion. The final member of the equation represents the double inversion. This is where the story provides its resolution. First, the previous state of captivity, Y, moves into the subject position. Second, the original hero, A, is inverted into the action A inverse. The character is transformed into a force that negates the original state of the story. In this system, the negation of a negative state, like a loss or captivity, is treated as a net gain. The hero's action undoes the conflict, restoring the social order. Consider a second scenario. Term A is a shaman, function X is healing, term B is an evil spirit, and function Y is sickness. Pause the video now and calculate what the final member, F of A inverse of Y, translates to for this specific myth. For structuralists, this transformation is what allows a myth to resolve its internal contradictions, turning a character's struggle into a resolution for the community. The correct mapping places sickness in the subject position, acted upon by the inverted shaman action. The result describes the sickness being nullified by the shaman force, which represents the myth's restoration of the village. This reveals the three phases of the structural algorithm: the establishment of the conflict, the climax of the turning point, and the final state of moral gain. Anthropologists like Pierre Miranda have since used complex topographical models to show how this formula can map even more intricate social and cognitive systems. Structural analysis suggests that our shared narratives are governed by these computable patterns, helping us process reality through a consistent internal logic.